China has urged the United States government to cancel and cease arms sales to Taiwan. Foreign Ministry spokeswoman Jiang Yu said on Tuesday that China had made several representations to the US on the issue. According to state-run news agency Xinhua, the Obama administration is expected to approve the sale of arms to Taiwan early this year, while President Barack Obama is also preparing to meet the Dalai Lama, another move sure to anger Beijing. Jiang said China firmly opposes arms sales to Taiwan by the US and urged the US to cancel planned arms sales to avoid undermining Chinese-US cooperation. But Washington maintains it has a duty to supply Taipei with defensive weapons under the Taiwan Relations Act. Heavy snow has brought more travel chaos to northern China, stranding thousands of truckers for 2 days on a Beijing highway and 1,400 rail passengers in Inner Mongolia. The snow that blanketed the region at the weekend has ended in Beijing, but the National Weather Centre said the mercury dipped close to 0 Fahrenheit on Tuesday, the coldest temperature in more than 2 decades. On the outskirts of Beijing, truck drivers were forced to sleep in their vehicles for 2 nights on a highway when snow made the road impassable, causing a 12-mile backup. The Beijing News said the drivers were afraid to sleep for fear of dying of exposure. Meanwhile, in Inner Mongolia, a train hit a wall of snow more than 6 feet high on Sunday, leaving 1,400 passengers in the dark and without heating overnight before they could be evacuated. A police officer involved in the rescue effort said rescuers were unable to evacuate the passengers immediately because all 15 carriages were buried in snow and the doors had frozen shut. The train had been travelling from Harbin in Heilongjiang province to Baotou in Inner Mongolia. A fire in a coal mine in Hunan province, central China, has killed 18 miners, with rescuers still searching for 12 others who are still missing. According to a local government official, the miners were trapped after a fire broke out at Lishan coal mine in the town of Tanjiashan near Xiangtan at 2 p.m. on Monday. It's not known what caused the fire, but an investigation into the incident has been launched. 8 steelworkers were confirmed dead on arrival at a hospital on Monday in Dalian, a coastal city in northeastern China's Liaoning province. According to the head of the city's Work Safety Bureau, the 8 workers fainted suddenly on Monday afternoon when they were repairing an electrical device in a small underground pump workshop in a plant affiliated to the Dongbei Special Steel Group. Preliminary blood tests showed no sign that the victims had been electrocuted, but there was evidence of carbon monoxide and other unidentified gases in their blood. Doctors said the workers could also have died from a lack of oxygen, as the underground workshop had a floor space of only 130 square feet and had been closed for a long period of time. Energy giant Petrochina has pulled out of a $40 billion deal to buy natural gas from a project off Australia, leaving Woodside Petroleum looking for new customers. Reasons for letting the preliminary agreement lapse were not given, but analysts said it was likely because Petrochina had become dissatisfied with the cost in the 2 years since the deal was signed. The deadline for the Browse Basin liquefied natural gas project off Western Australia to be completed was December 31st last year, but Woodside informed Australia's stock exchange that the agreement had not been settled. Under the September 2007 agreement, Petrochina would potentially buy up to 3.3 million tonnes of liquefied natural gas per year from the project for up to 20 years. Chinese companies are likely to raise more than $46 billion from initial public offerings this year on the domestic stock market, up from $27 billion last year. This is according to a report by PricewaterhouseCoopers. The report said China's IPO market would see 145 new listings in 2010, with 15 listings on the main index in Shanghai. The news comes as Reuters reported the Agricultural Bank of China, China's number 3 lender by assets, is likely to make its multi-billion-dollar IPO in the second half of this year as it tries to sort out its bad loans and waits out an expected round of capital raising by other Chinese lenders. The bank said it hoped to try and list by the end of the year, but other sources told Reuters it may get pushed to 2011. And China's NBA star Yao Ming and his wife are expecting their first child. The Guangzhou Daily reported that a close friend of Yao's wife, Ye Li, revealed the news at a show for the Shanghai World Expo. Ye's friend Miao Lijie said the couple hope to have a boy. Speculation is now beginning as to the height of the couple's child, with Yao standing a massive 7'6" and his wife also more than 6 feet tall. And those are the BON News headlines for now, but we'll be back with more news after this.